guys, welcome back into Shift Into Gear. I'm Fads, and usually I'd have Paula with me, standing somewhere over there. But due to the whole COVID-19, we had to actually stop recording together just for now, and we'll be recording together shortly. But hopefully you can enjoy the content we'll be releasing out to you, so we can get the channel just keep going on. Now, today what I have is my personal car. It is a Mitsubishi Pajero 2017 model, and this is the actual GLX. There are two other variances that come in this model itself, but I'll explain as we go. So all right guys, let's get straight into it. Now, front end, you can tell, massive lights. They are halogen lights, of course, that have come with this model itself. If you were to go up to the GLS and exceed, that's when you get the automatic lights on the vehicle itself. But they've given us the LEDs, which is quite nice when you turn on the vehicle, two strips right on the front of the car. Fog lights are standard, they're not LED as well. Chrome throughout the vehicle, as you can see, they've put all on the front end on the car. You can see it's got the nice alloys that they've come. They are genuine Mitsubishis from factory. They come with standard Dunlop tires as well. I will be replacing them shortly because this car's done about 70,000 kilometers I've done on the tires now, so they're coming to a wear and tear, but they've lasted for a long time pretty well. Now, as you can see, we'll walk around. They have these massive mirrors that they've actually put here, again with the chrome. They're loving with the chrome right now with Mitsubishi, they've put them on. And of course, as you can see, the massive blinker light just there for you as well. So when you're indicating, these do fold as well. Automatically when you do press the button, you'll have to press it twice on the remote and it automatically folds the mirrors in and out for you as well. Now, as you can see, it does have a step, standard, and it has the rails standard. Now, easy to climb on, and then of course, if you were to tie down or put any roof racks itself, easy to get to it, straight to it. Chrome, again, we've got on the actual door handles, which I don't mind. It actually ties in quite well with the black and the chrome and the white. It stands out quite well. Now, if we come around to the side of the vehicle, I want to show you also what they've done with the trim. It's actually done with the silver again, isn't chrome, but they've added the silver, the accent leather, and you can see it actually ties in quite well together, which isn't too bad. Now, looking inside of it, they've got the standard cloth seats from Mitsubishi. If you were to get the next model up, the GLS, now the GLS will actually have heated seats inside, and also what it would be, they would have the two-tone here. So what I mean by two-tone, this would be leather and this stays cloth. If you go to exceed, that's when you get the whole leather trim inside the vehicle itself. Now, again, for some people, it's a must. For me, it was just cosmetics. I was pretty much after just the vehicle itself and the engine itself. So for me, the GLX was perfect. Now, all right, enough about the inside for now, because we'll touch on that very shortly. Now, we're gonna get back walking around the vehicle itself. We're gonna come to the side. Now, Pajero have had this shape for a long time. Everyone has a Pajero when they see it because of the box look itself. Now, sad to say, we are now in 2021. They still look very, very similar, just cosmetically what's changed throughout the vehicle, but they are discontinued, so no longer out to the market to be purchased. So I thought that's why I'd do a video on this as well. But Pajero, massively written on the back, spare tire underneath, which again, to get to, you would have to unlock from inside. That's how you would actually take the cover off, and then you'll be able to take it off. Guys, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get straight into the car. I did explain a bit on the other side for you, but I'm gonna explain a bit more throughout the actual driver's side. Now, come on in. I'm gonna jump inside the vehicle. Pretty straightforward. What you have here, locking system for your doors, power windows, of course, just here. Locking your mirrors as well if you got the kids so they don't get out to the windows. No, I'm just joking, kids don't climb through windows, but yeah, you can do that through there. Massive steering wheel. Okay, it is a leather steering wheel as well that you have here throughout the vehicle as well, and comfortable. Turning circle on these are actually quite easy to do with a massive steering wheel like this as well, because it's easy just to grip and turn. It's like driving a mini truck in somewhat. Now what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to get the person recording to come around and actually video from the other side. All right, I'll see you guys soon. We just had to change the angle. So we're back, we're still in the front of the vehicle. Now what we have here is a nice 7-inch screen that Mitsubishi actually put in. I did have an older model itself. They actually didn't have a screen, the older GLXs, where they had the actual old school buttons with the whole CD system. But now they've actually put in the 7-inch system. And as you can see, I'm just going to turn it on for you. It's actually got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is a must these days. It's just so much easier to connect. But I'll touch bases with something else what they've done, where they've actually put the USB cables as well. Now, as you can see, pretty straightforward. App system is your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Phone is your Bluetooth, which is wireless, of course. And then, of course, you got your iPod, USB, FM, AM, and it does have DAB, which is digital radio throughout. Okay. So that is now, of course, your 7-inch screen as well. If you were to go, of course, the Exceed model, you would actually get the Rockford sound system throughout the vehicle as well. So you would actually have an upgraded system throughout the speakers and throughout the whole car, which is just a better sound system overall, which for some people it's a must because they like that clear sound. Not too bad for what you get with the basic model. The speakers are quite decent, but of course a Rockford sound system would sound a lot better, and you do get a 10-inch sub as well in the back of the boot as well. Once we touch bases, I'll show you the boot as well. Now here, what we do have is we still have, of course, the knobs itself to turn. One is for the fan speed, and then of course what we have here is to adjust the climatized system for your air condition. As you can see, it's climatized, so you can actually go up or down itself. You do have the front demister, the rear demister, modes to change from where you want it to come from. And as you can see, there's a little person there that shows you where the air will be coming out from as well. And rear is for the air cons in the back, which will touch bases as soon as we go to the back of the car as well. So you actually have air vents for people in the back, because this is a 7-seater. So you can actually flick it from here, and there are controls in the back seat as well that people can control the temperature throughout the vehicle as well. Now, as you can see, rear diff lock is just here. Easy to engage by flicking up or down. Pretty straightforward. You also have your cigarette lighter, but these days they're plastic, just there. Your 4-wheel drive system, which is your 2H, which we're at the moment, 4H, and then your 4H low, and then 4LLC. So you got your different variances, of course, changing throughout the vehicle itself while if you want to go 4-wheel driving, because this vehicle is built to go off-road. And as you can see, it's quite easy to change. It's just flicking down or up. That's how easy it is. Now, very simple. Reverse, camera will come on automatically. As you can see, it's got the guidelines as well. So you can see the indication, how far you can turn, of course, reverse back, and then the red means stop. Don't keep going. Then drive is drive. It'll just flick it back to normal. You can flick it into Triptronic, and then quite easy to control by flicking down or up to change the gears. That's how simple it is. And then when you want to, of course, put it back to automatic, just flick it over. That's how easy it is. Now, old school handbrake, standard, which I don't mind, because being a 4-wheel drive, it's nice to see that it's actually got an old school handbrake that you can just pull up at any time. Now, here, cup holders, standard. It does have the piano finish look, as you can tell, around. And then it's got the silver again, like we saw on the edging when I showed you throughout the vehicle. So again, the contrast, they've done it quite well. It suits. Inside here, of course, your glove box. It's massive inside in here. And then you've got a split system as well, so you can actually pull, if you wanted to put your keys, your wallet, like I've done so, or of course your COVID masks, they're all there for you as well. So nice and easy. Now, if you can see, so that's your center console, your glove box. They've actually put the USB HDMI cables in there. So for me to connect my phone, I would have to pull out this cable, connect my phone up, or I have to put my phone in there and connect it up and then use the screen, which I found a bit silly. I would have just put it in the middle center console, but hey, Mitsubishi decided to tuck it all away for some weird reason. Now, family car, it's got plenty of room inside as well. Now, as you can see, I've got baby seats in the back. All right, guys, we'll come to the back of the car now. As you see, I've got 2 baby seats in here, but it's quite massive. As you can see, the length of the back seats. Now, if I was to actually climb in, I'm a pretty tall person, and if I was to sit in the vehicle itself, I still don't touch the roof, which is quite well, because I hate when you jump in a car and the first thing you do is you're hitting the roof itself. But you can see there's still a massive gap between my head and the roof itself. Now, as you can see at the back, I've got a lot of leg room itself, and I've put the seat quite back because I usually sit at the front there. So you can see there's still massive gap in between. And I was mentioning to you when we were at the front that you've also got air vents in the back. Can you just see that there? Perfect. So that's for your fan speed. Again, you can control back here. You can turn it on and off from here as well, so the people can turn it on, and you can select the hot or the cool. Again, they're just old school knobs, so you just turn them, and that way you can select throughout the vehicle like that. Nice and easy throughout. Now the vents are up here, as you can see, just here. And then of course you've got a light as well, if people in the back want to flick on. And then, as you can tell, we might actually get to the back, it'll be easier, but we'll go there soon. You do also have your cup holders in here as well, just like that. Pops out, two of them. Pop it back in, and there you go. All right guys, we'll come to the back of the car now, and I'm going to show you, of course, the boot, the 2 extra seats that you do have, and how to flick your seats forward as well. Come on in, I'll show you throughout the car. Now you can see the width is quite well, and the height in here is massive as well. Now underneath here itself, you can see you have your 2 extra seats. Very easy to do. Now all you do is take this cover off, lift this bar up, drop the seat forward. Oh, by the way, while we're here, you can see you've actually got more space now as well. So if you want to chuck some bags in there, nice and easy, it's an extra storage system when you got the seats up. Now bringing this up, pull this lever up here, and then there you go. And then, yes, you do have headrests as well, which just clip on like that. And now the people in the back have got their seat belts on each side, nice and easy to pull over. And then mostly kids will be sitting in the back over here as well. And then of course, if you want to close it up, repeat the process again. Take the headrest off, pull the lever down, pull this lever, flex it down like that, and then pull this lever. Actually, I might have to put this cover down. Pull this lever, pull the seat towards you. It drops in like that. Flick that down, that bar, and then put the cover back on. And there you go. That's how easy it is to tuck away your 2 extra seats. So it's back to a 5-seater now. If you were to pull this lever, this will actually bring the seat forward. So I might just go around, stay where you are. So if you pull this lever, just like that, lift this, and then there you go. That's how it comes out like that. And then to, of course, drop it down, or just press on that, that drops, and then that lifts again. And then you're back to normal. All right guys, we're gonna go for a quick spin now. Let's go. And remember, it is a diesel, so you might hear it sound like a truck a bit, but overall it's not too bad in the cabin space. You don't actually hear it as bad as what people think they do. Now, I actually prefer this car because it sits nice and high and you can see everything around you. Now, being a turbo diesel, it's not going to be the quickest car, of course, out there, but it is comfortable. It does feel like Paula says, your lounge. You're sitting on a lounge and you're driving around. That's how he describes his car when he's driving it. But it does, it's actually quite comfortable because the seats are quite massive and you do sink straight into them. Now, as you can see, being a tall person, I've got that nice length and I'm not hitting the sides. Because a lot of people, what they hate is when their leg keeps hitting the corner just right there. Now for long distance, I have driven this car for a long distance drive and it is amazing. You don't actually feel like you're driving. Again, it's comfortable. Now height, you can see over the bonnet, so if you just have a quick look, the bonnet does slope down, so it gives you that indication where you can see over, which is good. Now, being such a box shape, it is, because that's what Pajeros are known for, being that boxy look. Mirrors and windows are massive. Even where the pillar is, it doesn't give you a blind spot. So you can actually see that right there, I can see everything else on the corner. I can see everything around me as well. So there's no actual blind spots affecting me. Now, if I was to take this roundabout, like as we do so now, okay, you get a bit of a body roll, but nothing too major. It's not something where the car's flicking me around. Now, if I was to give it a bit of petrol, it does take off. But again, it's not the fastest thing on the road. It is a 3.2 turbo diesel system, So you will hear it take off, but it will sound like a truck as well. But overall, in the cabin space, you don't actually hear too much in here. A bit you do, but once you got the music on, not too much. Now, I'm actually quite happy with how it handles and how it drives, how it takes off. Overall, if you were to ask my honest opinion about this vehicle, I would say they're a great car. They're worth every single dollar that you can actually spend on this car itself, and it's worth spending that money onto it. Now, it is discontinued, so if you can find something out there, maybe secondhand or used, I would purchase it. They are reliable, and overall, they're still Japanese built as well. But thanks for watching, guys. It's been my pleasure to show you throughout the vehicle today. Stay tuned. We'll be doing a lot more things to this car. So like I've mentioned, I'll be actually changing a lot of things throughout the car itself, putting on a basket on top of the roof, LED lighting, and I'll be changing the rims as well. So stay tuned, and we'll bring all that to you shortly. All right, remember, subscribe, like, and share. Thanks again. Thanks for watching.